Hey guys, good morning. A few things today. Some things I was looking at gapping up. A little confusion, but I'll just go over, share my thoughts and opinions on it. Right, and yesterday was again a day of patience. Right, you don't want to jump in where you don't know what's going to happen because we were right at the very strong support level and then resistance as well. So it wasn't really confirmed what exactly is going to happen. And Monday usually, if you guys read the historical stats, after a quad witching or FOMC, Monday is usually the day it puts in a low or a continuation trend on Monday. So it looks like so far we held this trend line and we put in a low. And if you have been reading the gamma reports, they're pretty much on point, right? And some notes from the gamma report that I'll also go over. But the thing is, do you understand the gamma report? There are a lot of things in there which take a lot of additional studying and understanding them. Like for example, negative gamma, or when more gamma builds on top of negative gamma. What exactly does that mean? That is a research and hard work that you're gonna have to put in to understand what that means. Or else, reading the report, you're only picking up the support and resistance points, but not really understanding the deep context behind the gamma report. And that is, I'm telling you, it's going to require a lot of work just understanding that part, what it means, right? Because that's where the hidden secrets are. So that's up to you. It's up to your hard work if you want to learn. SPY right now, futures are gapping up. Things are up huge. This is a chance to manage your existing positions, right? When we have these huge gap ups, this comes down to managing your existing positions. This is a chance to manage and maybe buy or roll out more time, okay? Or this is maybe a chance if the market holds to build on some new position that you can catch the rally that usually happens on a strong bounce like this. All right. Right now on SPY is the levels 460. So 460 is something that we wanted to see hold above it, and we can probably mark a bottom here. And then if the continuation comes, okay. I know a lot of negativities in the market and everything, and we do have a lot of toppy action here near 470. But if we're to continue, and something like this on the 14th October, what happened? If we gap up and we continue going up, that's actually a very good signal for the market. All right. Basically, we recovered a lot of loss here, and then as long as we don't get any negative news in the week or to finish the year, we can continue going up in this channel and maybe in this channel. All right. But again, be very careful. Position sizing will be the key. Okay. Position sizing will be the key because we do have another FOMC in Jan, and in January maybe they might adjust some rates or they might announce something even more. Something the market might not like, or they might reverse some rates. Who knows, right? I mean, they can change their stance to a more bullish or bearish. So that's something we have to keep an eye on. The gamma levels right now. So overnight, the support and resistance, the first level that matters right here, right? 4,600. This is currently support and resistance. We're just sitting right on top of here, 4,600, okay? And then the first resistance that we have is 4,625, 4,625. And the second resistance we have is 4,657. All right, these are the resistance points. And then if we get really bullish, the market wants to go up, then 47 is the head target. And these resistance points, if you're a scalper or if you like going in and out quick, these are the points where you can catch the 10, 20 point moves on SPX, and those options pay well, but you have to be very fast and disciplined with these. All right. And obviously they might go up a few points up or down, not exactly, but these are the main levels where the gammas are, okay? And then 4,700 is obviously a very hard number. To the downside, we have 45.52, and then we have 4,500. If 45.52 fails, we have 4,500. In the morning, if we do get to 45.52, right, and we reverse from here, I might look to play some calls if we get to 45.52. Above 4,600, I will just manage my current positions that I have because they will be up. So as long as my overall count I see green, I'm going to manage, all right? It does not mean I'm going to rush into positions. Now, the expected range for today is 1.31%. All right, that's the expected move, which is pretty big, right? 1.3% move on SPY is almost $5. So that's a big move, right? Up or down. I mean, it could be more or less. Obviously, this is based on the gamma, right? And so we have declining IV in VIX, all right, which indicates a Vanna trade, and we all know what Vanna does. You guys have heard it from Goldman Sachs. Now, I don't know how many of you guys took the time to understand what Vanna trade actually means, right? Vanna usually means that we play to squeeze to the upside. Is it possible? Who knows, right? It indicates the Vanna trade. It's not saying it's going to happen. It indicates, it gives us signals beforehand, so you're more prepared to catch that multi-100% return. There were less put trades put on yesterday, right? So negative delta. Um, Less put trades were put on, which is good for the market. So there's less bearish flow, right? That means we're not looking for too much downside, right? There was no negative gamma buildover, which is good for now, right? And then we see, and the higher volatility is expected in tech. As you can see from the futures, also we're up more on tech than S&P and Dow. Right? Tech is up 1.1%, S&P is up 0.9%, and Dow is 0.85. So more volatility is expected on the Qs. Remember the tech. Okay. So that's that. So from here, Qs I just basically covered on the S&P. Same thing, as long as we hold about 380, 384 is a little tough number, and then if we can continue going higher, who knows? We continue back in that channel. But this is expected to be more volatile than S&P. All right, as per the gamma. Now some earnings. Micron, they beat their earnings, they beat their revenue, which was pretty much a given. But what's the thing that matters the most? What was the reason that the stock gapped up a lot? It was that they said the demand is still strong and the guidance is still high. So there's still a lot of demand in the chip sector, okay, and they expect a strong business throughout next year. All right, so that's a very good comment. Means they're probably gonna go blow past. Now, MU, the interesting fact here is it's actually opening up this entire range, above this entire range. If MU can hold above this level right here, which is right here where they keep closing here, roughly 86. If 86 plus can be held on MU, we can probably see 90 and 92 today. The trade on MU, which I see today on a 5-minute chart, I think this might work. I'm pretty positive. I could be wrong, obviously, so you want to manage size. We might visit 86. And then we might just chop around here for the half an hour, 20 minutes, whatever it may be. And if we take off the high of the day, once we visit 86, 87 level, and if we take out the high of the day, this stock is probably going to run 5-7 points this week. So maybe 95, 94. So that's one trade that you want to keep an eye on, Micron. All right, so great for the entire chip sector. So I'll go over some chip names, LRCX. You guys should all know the number here that we need, 715. Until then, it's very risky, obviously, gapping up a lot pre-market, and if it gets to 700 plus, 710, 715, I might even manage my existing trade. Sometimes we don't make profits, but sometimes it's a chance to manage the existing trade and maybe buy more time, and I'll see how the market looks here. Maybe I'll hold, I don't know, right? But 715 is the ultimate number on LRCX, and this stock can probably run a lot. Then after 715 hold, we likely have all-time highs and continuation, but 715 is must. ASML, right? Again, just holding on the 200 DMA, right? Building this range here, holding on to strong support. This stock, if it can take out the $800 level, right? If we can take out the 800, then we obviously have the next range right here, which is 870, 890, and above that, above 900, we have straight to 1000. All right, and this can move fast. Okay, they have earnings in Jan, and January we have a lot of tech earnings, so that will be great. I think this might be a volatile tech earnings this time, right? Because it's at a critical point. And so let's see. So ASML, if it can hold above 800, I think we can probably see 1000. But obviously, don't get caught in these gap ups. The market has a strong move, and then tomorrow we have some negative news, and then boom, you got it right open, right? So this is very tricky when playing gap ups. All right, gap ups are very tricky to play because they can have you caught in a different tape. So you have to be very careful when playing gaps. If you catch that gap and it's a gap and go, then obviously you make a lot of money. So right position sizing will be the key. All right, don't get stuck in a gap like this where it gaps up and the stock runs, and then the next 3 days it's down. Even though it comes back up after you lose on the weekly premiums and time decay. Okay, Gumball, yes, I'll look at Marvel. I got your message. And then we have Qcomp. This is another stock, right, which has been holding great, right? And number here is 183, I think. Yeah, the 183 hold on Qcomp. If we can get the 183 hold, we have all-time highs, and then likely continuation towards 200. All right, so Qcomp, as long as we can get the 183 plus level, and if it happens this week, who knows, we might get the year-end rally for the last few days, where they might just keep the market float, because the yearly price action, they might want to close it strong, right? You know how we have these bullish candles, so for the 2021, all the tech names, they might want to close them with a bullish engulfing candle. Okay, it's a possibility. And then we see in Jan FOMC more fear might kick in, then we might dip again. I have no idea. All right, and then we have Nvidia, obviously. Just holding above the 50 DMA, right? As long as we can continue holding above this 280, 275 level, this can have upside towards 304. But Nvidia is stuck in this chop zone. It had a beautiful run. It's almost a $1 trillion company, right? Or just about 20% off. But Nvidia is probably going to be in this chop for a while, in my opinion. So I would play the other chip names instead of Nvidia just because it ran a lot. Obviously can continue going, but I think you might get better percentage returns in the other chip names. Nvidia, I would only go long if you're going to go long, and the options are very expensive because of this huge move. All right. And then we have AMD. Also, just sitting on the 50 DMA. Is this a reversal from it? Possibly. If we can just continue holding above this 130, 136, the next range that we have is 145. Above 145, we have 152. But I will tell you one thing, even with this gap up, don't expect a continuation on any of these names. Expect up, down, chop. All right, expect a choppy market. I'll tell you guys this right now. I personally believe it's going to be a choppy market near all-time highs, and just don't get caught on long, because even though the market might stay up, you might lose on options. So be careful how you play the markets, right? You want to maybe put some vertical call spreads into play here. Okay, and Nike had earnings today. Yesterday, sorry. They beat their earnings, right? But they did make some. They're up pre-market, but they made one comment that the sales are being hurt, obviously, by what's going on around the world, right? With the higher costs and whatnot. So their sales and guidance wasn't that strong. So Nike, just keep an eye on it because there's a lot of selling pressure above 168, 170. If Nike gets to 170, I might play puts on this name. So at 170, I will take a shot at puts for Nike for a revisit back to 160. So does Nike get 170? Let's see. For me, the play on Nike is if it gets 170, I will probably play puts on it. That's the play I see on Nike personally. Here, it might fade all day. Let's see what happens. Docu, LB, great play yesterday in the morning. Great exit. Right, a very timely exit. It was a very disciplined trade by him. If you guys managed or followed him, right, it was a great trade. Right, he played this entire. As soon as they filled his level, he did not care. No emotions involved. No nothing. He took his exit. He took his small profits. And it's funny that I actually ended up exiting my Zoom. I made great profits on Zoom. Then I took some profits and I bought Docu when he sold. Right, I bought Docu when he sold. Maybe there might be continuation. It's strong, it's strength. Instead, it faded all day, right? There's nothing wrong with it. I think I was right on my trade. I'm not, because my position sizing was correct, which allowed me to hold on to a losing trade, all right? But let's see in the morning, if we can get back to 152, 154, it will give me a chance to manage. We might get the early morning pop. Now it is up to me to manage, right? I don't mind taking that 25, 30% hit if I have to on this name because I made great money on Zoom. So using some profits, so let's see how this one plays out. And we have next week. So, and however, if it takes out 154 and holds above, we might even see a continuation and some great profits in it. But again, 152, 154 is must on Docu. All right. The only thing yesterday was, like LB said, these names should have held yesterday. If Biden was speaking, if the lockdowns were real, these names should have held. These names not being held is basically an indication. It tells us that they might, the Biden is going to stick to his planning of no lockdowns, right? Because these names usually run when there are lockdowns, when people cannot go to work. Then these product services are there's high usage for them. Okay. Same with Zoom. It gave up a lot of gains yesterday, but it's holding well though, right? It's holding well. And I think if it can just continue holding here, if it takes out 202, 204, then you know what? This might be back in play, then we play to the upside. But for now, just 200 hold is must on Zoom. All right, we had a great move last week, and 202 is a must hold on Zoom, and maybe we see more upside. And who knows, Biden today, if he switches anything and he says that we might have to lock down, then these names will be back in play. All right, just keep an eye on those. Amazon, Google, Shop, all very nice gap ups. They have similar charting patterns right now. The last few days, if one of them goes, I think they all might go. But for Amazon, for me, it's very simple. The first number that I'm looking for is 3450, and then through 3500. All right, above 3500 is when I will really like Amazon, when it's going to hold above this entire zone of demand, above this zone right here. If it can hold above this zone, this is where the buyers will step in and the stock will likely go higher. This is where the sellers will disappear. So 3500 is a must on Amazon. All right, trying to guess a move in this chop. I think it go, maybe we run from here. You can catch the bottom, or you can wait for a confirmed trade. It's up to you. Playing it in this choppiness. Imagine trying to play Amazon right here for the last 1 week. Right, call players and put players, unless you were in and out quick, and if you weren't, you all lost basically if you're still holding. If you bought calls here, you held through, you lost. If you bought puts here and you held through with this decay, right, you probably lost anyways, even though the stock's below. But if you're doing quick in and outs, congrats, you'll make money. In the morning, there's a gap up. For example, if you bought calls at close yesterday, you will be in profits. If you hold on to them for too long and the stock chops here, you will go red even though the stock price is higher than your options. All right, so this market kills. So we need this above 3,500 hold so we can get a continuation move. And when you catch a continuation move, option prices move in your direction and you stay in profits for longer. All right, that's what happens basically. Google, same thing. I'm still expecting this level to come. Maybe it comes this week, next week. I don't know when it comes, but I am expecting 2,700, 2,600 on Google in the coming weeks. Right, it might happen in Jan, Feb, March, April. I have no idea, but I'm expecting it. Right, and this is a zone that I do want to play for a bounce. Otherwise, 3,000. Or if it takes out 3,000 and holds above, then I'll play the continuation to the upside. All right, but I don't want to get stuck in this action because every day it could be something different. Apple. It was giving us some good signals yesterday on the shorter time frame. When it was strong, it was actually trying to go up. On the daily, it sort of made this little reversal candle, right? And as long as we continue holding above 170 and we can take a 175 and hold above, we might see continuation on Apple, right? That brings the market back up. We're back into a continuation of the upside. But again, here in this chop, it will be tricky, so you want to be in and out quick if you're playing, doing some day trades, okay? And VIX, I'll just quickly go over as well. Gave up gains as long as VIX comes under 20. I think if we can take out 20 and if we take low of this candle right here on the 16th of December, if we go below the candle of 16th December, then we will have a rally in my opinion. All right. If we close below this candle, this area right here, all right, then we likely have continuation on S&P, tech and whatnot. Okay. And Marvel, Gumball, you asked. Same thing, it's near its all-time highs, right? Just in a choppy action, but it's gapped up. So it's PEG power earnings gap, and I think if we can continue holding above this 86, this opening range right here on the power earnings gap, which was $86 almost. So $86 must hold. We likely see continuation on this name. So 86 is what I will be looking at on Marvel. All right, 86. That's the number. 86 must hold. Anything underneath, we have more downside. And they might pop this to 88, 89, and if they give up 86 again, that's not good. So 86 is a must hold on this name. All right, so I would use that as a shield or a stop loss, whatever you want to call it, if it pops above and you take a long position there. And with this, thank you guys. Market looks great today. Manage your existing positions. If I see, so chip sectors, keep an eye on them. They are the ones that might be in play. I'm already long LRCX. So let's see, I might manage that position, maybe add more. I have no idea. Let's see what the market does. But for scalping or whatever it may be, for short-term trades, focus on chip names. They might be in play based on MU. If the market gives up gains, don't rush, don't chase. Let them hold. All right, they need to hold in order to go up, obviously. Chips are in play. That does not mean you just buy right at the open. You will be paying a lot of premium on this gap up. So let the premium settle, and then you can look to take some positions. If you want to do any kind of vertical spreads, butterfly calls, anything on them, something safer, you can tag me, message me, and I will give you a nice play on it, which I think is good, which will cost less, right? So you can message in premium chat, and I can make that play for you that, you know what, this is something that I personally would do, and it will cost less, obviously, and it's less risky, all right? And just remember, a very choppy zone, okay? God bless, and it's a short week. Like Oscar said, it's a short week. We do close early on, on Friday we're not open, all right? So just keep that in mind, and see you guys.